as a family man or woman taking out a mortgage or moving home or increasing your mortgage, you really need to think about what you're going to do should the worst happen to you. Now, I'm a husband, I'm a father of 3, and this really resonates with me. What I've done in my personal circumstances is 4 key things that I think you need to consider when you're taking on a huge debt and when you want to make sure that your family is going to be able to stay accustomed to the lifestyle that they're used to. So the first thing is making sure your mortgage has been got on the basis of your incomes. If you're not receiving that income any longer, how are you going to pay that mortgage? Now, what could potentially affect your ability to pay the mortgage? Well, number 1 is going to be accident, sickness, and if you're employed, unemployment. You need to make sure that you can keep up the main mortgage payment along with the bills and the household living expenses should you suffer something like accident, sickness and unemployment. I make sure that my clients have that kind of protection in place so that they don't have to worry about the unexpected in the future. The next thing you're going to need to think about is covering things like cancer, heart attack, stroke. They're becoming more and more occurrent. I'm sure you know somebody who has suffered one of those 4 or 5 illnesses. You can actually cover up to 180 illnesses. And it's making sure that should you suffer that life-changing event, that you can potentially pay off your mortgage, you can stay in the home, and you can maintain the lifestyle that you've been accustomed to. And the third thing you need to think about is what you're going to do with the mortgage if one of you were to die. I know that I want to make sure that my wife and children have no mortgage left when I die or if she were to die. And I know this is a horrendous thing to think about, but you need to plan and prepare for the unexpected and making sure that if something happens to me, that my children are left with the home and not with the debt, and the same with my wife. It is so important to think about these aspects, because would you really want them to be going through the stress of having to maintain the mortgage payments, having potentially missing payments and getting bad credit scores, downsizing from the home that you've worked so hard for your family to achieve? I know that in my circumstances that is not the life that I want my family to have to go through. And the fourth and final area that you need to think about is if you were to die or if you were to suffer a critical illness, amazing, you're left with no mortgage. But what happens in the event of you've still got potential debts, car payments, council tax, gas, water, electric, holidays, kids clubs, you know, all these things that are actually just general household bills? You can make sure that your family still receive an income in the event of your death or critical illness to make sure that they can stay accustomed to the lifestyle that you want. Those are 4 areas that I've made sure that my family are fully protected, that if something happens to me tomorrow or my wife, that we both have the lifestyle that we want to maintain and we want to continue living. So if you need assistance in making sure that your family is secure and safe, then please do get in contact. Be more than happy to talk you through the options. You can do that at active.mortgage, and I'll look forward to speaking to you soon.